Casting from shore, about 4th cast. This is what I pulled up. So there are fish in this lake, and that's got to be a good 16 inches. So might be worth sticking around a bit. Okay, so the plan is for me to go out fishing for a couple hours, do a bit of exploring in the back of this bay, then I'll come back, have lunch, and then go cut out the trail in the afternoon, depending on how things go. Fish number 2. It's another big largemouth. Woohoo! 16 inches. So I started heading over to start cutting the trail, and I got halfway there and the wind picked up really bad and a bunch of clouds started rolling in and it started misting. So I turned around and came back, and just as I got back it just started pouring. So looks like the trail's not going to get cut right away. Maybe later when it clears up. If it clears up, might have to do it tomorrow, but I'm not going to spend another night here. So if I have to do it all tomorrow, I guess it'll be another big day, but for now I'll hang out in the tent, I guess. Rained quite about an hour ago, so hopefully it's done for good. I'm going to give this cutting out this creek trail another shot. Hopefully I can get it done today. Maybe do some fishing on the way back. Got a few fish this morning, but didn't really find the kind of stuff I was looking to fish, so hopefully I can find the right stuff on the way back and catch a whole bunch. So I wanted to get up early this morning and was all gung-ho to go, and then I heard this weird dripping noise on my tent. Then I heard this like weird booming noise in the background, so I'm stuck in a bit of a thunderstorm. Decided just to cook breakfast in the tent. Lucky I have this little jet boil. I normally like cooking over the fire when I can, but it's good for emergencies, so I'd really like to be over that first portage that I cut out yesterday by 11, which gives me 4 hours budgeted to get over the next one, cut it out and get across it. So hopefully I can still do that today, but for now I'll pack up everything I can inside the tent, and once the thunder quits, hopefully I'll get going. Survivorman style. Alright, so that's the last load. I think I'm ahead of schedule, not sure. So now I gotta check out the situation on the other end of this lake. Okay, so got to the other side of the lake. The creek is pretty much non-existent here as well. Did find boats though. So I got excited, thought maybe there'd be a trail back from the other lake, But I checked the tags on the boats, and they are Northwest fly-in boats, so they just fly the planes in, and then the people use these boats here, so there's no trail. I looked. So I think there's another spot in the next bay over where I can cut a shorter trail. Looks like a little better terrain than back by the creek here, so I'll go and do that and see if I can get into Athos tonight. Wonder if the fly-in people will actually like me cutting trails into all their lakes, but oh well. So I wanted to take a minute to show you my trail. So I wanted to take a minute to show you my trail because I'm kind of proud of it. There was some little animal, I think it's otters, had trails all through here. So everything's already good and packed for me. I just had to cut up the sides, which is pretty awesome. It's only about half the distance of the last one, maybe about a quarter mile. So I think I got it all cut out in about 3 hours, which is pretty good. I was budgeting 4, so I'm a little ahead, but it also took me longer to decide where I wanted to go. So yeah, what I've been doing is splitting up my stuff into 3 loads, and I like taking the canoe last because it's the lightest, and then that also gives me a chance to clear out some of the extra brush on my way back from the other trips. Through here I had to do a lot of cutting. Like, this was all cedar blowdown. Had to cut out a whole pile of stuff. Like, all this in here was all piled right where the trail is. And there's Athos Lake. I've been trying to get for a very, very long time. So if my information is good, I should be able to get to D'Artagnan, Aremis, and Pathos, well, Pathos is this one, from this lake without too much trouble. So hopefully no more bushwhacking for a few days. So just found my campsite on Athos. Not my favorite campsite ever, but we'll be home. I think I'm going to spend 3 days here, so, or 3 nights here anyway, so yeah, it's got a little fire pit. Faces north, which I don't like too much. It's got a little table thing, a lot of broken branches and whatnot, and then here's down there. And then hopefully I can clear a spot for my tent. So maybe I'll show you what it looks like when it's all set up. Pancakes for breakfast, which isn't really so much pancakes as just me pouring a bunch of pancake mix in a pan and then leaving it there and scraping it out, whatever hasn't burnt, and eating that with syrup, because I don't have a no-stick pan and I don't have anything to flip it with. But it's still good. So I normally have pancakes on the days I stay, and then porridge on the days where I'm traveling, because it's a little quicker. So show you my campsite now that it's all set up in the smoke. I wasn't a big fan of it at first, but it's starting to grow on me. I cleared out all the dead logs and sticks and branches that were all over the place. As you can see, obviously upgraded the fire pit, got a nice flat rock here where I can put all my stuff. Got my tarp and my hammock finally set up. And then if I throw the dry eggs over these wooden slats, I have a table, so that works pretty sweet. Canoes also work very good as a table. I got my tent in the back. So the plan for today is to head up to Aremis and go fishing for most of the day, but also see if I can find a way into Brooks. I might be cutting another trail, so we'll see what happens. It is just perfectly still out here. Too good for fishing, so not going to do bushwhacking until tomorrow if it's like this. Fish number 5 of the morning, and I've only been out maybe 15 minutes. Not a bad fish. Fish number 10. Been out maybe a half an hour. I was debating on lakes to come. I was told, and I direct quote, Tim, the largemouth fishing on Pathos is just stupid. And I would tend to agree from the little bit I have seen. And largemouth, most of them like that, in a half an hour. I'm happy with that. Fish number 20 on the day. Got him! Oh, he took my bait. Still at 19. This is actually number 20. Not a bad fish. Got him. 20 fish. Took me a little longer to get the next 10. Maybe an hour and a half. Not too bad. I'll take it. 16. The fancy tape measure that I rigged up. I swear those are real size dinches. So unfortunately I got hooked a fish. It died and started floating around, so I didn't want to let it go to waste. So I don't normally keep bass, but under these circumstances I figured I would. So anyway, I thought I'd use the opportunity to show how I make fish when I'm out here. Not bad. I just caught something that isn't a largemouth. It's a pretty large pike. Woo! That's probably the biggest pike I've caught. Big fish. Take a look at that. Okay. Not bad. So I'm just pulling through into Aremis and decided that I'd make myself a rule. I'm only allowed 1 cast per 5 paddle strokes. So that way I can check out the shoreline and fish too. So progress across Aremis has been a little slow because about every 5 paddle strokes I've had to reel in a fish. I've taken to putting my rod in my little homemade rod holder here out of a piece of drain pipe and I don't know, some kind of plumbing clamp, I guess, that I found it at Home Depot and it works, so hey, that's awesome. But the thing I'm most excited about is that right where I would have cut a trail if I couldn't find another trail, I see that there is a boat stashed. I don't know if you can see it there right in the center, the little white thing. But I'm assuming that that's in on a trail because I saw the flying boat stashed on a rock over there. So I am very hopeful. I'm gonna go check it out now. There are planes flying over me steady all the time. So I'm really glad because I just realized that there is a trail here. I just found a trail. So that's great because I've already gone through 250 feet of flagging tape and I'm starting to run low. So if I have to do too much more tagging, I'll be in trouble. So go check it out and see how it looks. Get to see my first moose track of the trip. Haha! Yes! It leads right to Brooks. Look at that. Oh, that is great. That saves me bushwhacking again. So, it's in pretty rough shape. It doesn't look like anybody's used it this year anyway. So I'll probably go back and cut it out a bit better since that seems to be my thing now. And but maybe only take, half an hour on it rather than 6. So yeah, that's awesome. So just caught my second 31-inch pike of the day. So these guys are sliming up my boat something fierce, but they're kind of fun. Didn't realize there was big pike in here too. Well, I guess 31's not huge, but I'd assume if I just getting them on accident, there's bigger ones in here. So all that bushwhacking was worth it for me for just today. It's pretty awesome. I was able to find that trail into Brooks right away, and not much cutting needed there. And on top of all that messing around, looking for the trail, and I looked for another trail to the road, which I couldn't find, so that means that the only 2 trails into this lake are the one from Brooks and the ones that I cut, so that's kind of satisfactory. And so on top of doing that and messing around at the camp for a while, I was able to catch 45 largemouth and 2 personal best northern, so pretty thrilled about that as well. So tomorrow's my first full rest day, so I'll have the whole day to fish this lake and hopefully catch a bunch more fish before I head off